Dear Mr. 2020, hi, love your work, but I gotta know I need some help. Why is it that not everything that I think shows up in my world? Sometimes I have a quick thought and everything changes. Sometimes I don't. Please help me. Love, Beth. All right, Beth, this is so good, and this is why details matter. And it's not the kind of details that most people think. So, first, let's dive in with a quote from Neville, because this is just so good. Ready? Listen to your thoughts and you will hear God's words. A thought that is not felt produces nothing, but a thought producing motor elements reproduces itself. What does that mean? A thought producing motor elements reproduces itself. Catch God in a moment of a motor element such as anger, fear, or frustration, being congratulated or congratulating, and you will know what is going to happen in your world. Today's show is brought to you by Pearl Power Pack. At Pearl Power Pack, we explore how people sell the pearl. We did 3 calls. You can have all 3 for the price of 1. And this is vital because, as you're going to learn in just a moment, we sell the pearl in the sneakiest of ways. So let's dive in. Ready? Listen to your thoughts and you will hear God's words. A thought that is not felt produces nothing, but a thought producing motor elements reproduces itself. Catch God in a moment of a motor element, such as anger, fear, frustration, or, and this is the important part, being congratulated or congratulating, and you will know what is going to happen in your world. Neville Goddard said, consciousness is the only reality. He said, awareness of being is God. He said, your Savior is the wonderful human imagination. He didn't say your Savior is your thoughts. He didn't say your Savior is your emotions. After a few decades of play with this and teaching it in one form or another for 20 years, this is what we've distilled and drilled it down to. We've distilled and drilled it down to imaginal experience leads all experience. You can have a thought about something. Yeah. I thought about $1 million. I thought about a hot chick. I thought about a puppy rolling around on the beach. Doesn't matter, does it? And you'll notice $1 million feels all right. You'll notice a puppy rolling around on a beach. That's funny. That's lovely. But you get to catch God in a moment of a motor element. And he completes that with being congratulated or congratulating. That's personal. There's power in personal. When you let it be personal, when you let your scene be personal, you will find yourself really buying the pearl of great price. Because Neville Goddard says you have to give up the belief in any power, in all powers outside of you. You get to give up the belief in those to influence you. You get to give up the power and the beliefs of them to deny you, or even to give to you. You are the power and you are the operant power. Now here's why. Neville finishes with being congratulated or congratulating. He's starting with this whole thing of here's a thought, here's an emotion, but here's an experience. When you get the whole quote, here's a thought, here's an emotion, but here's an experience. Being congratulated or congratulating is one of them. And by the way, I get out of my car, and this lady turns to me and she goes, "You're looking good." My body has transformed. I made a shift state back at Christmas. I gave myself a Christmas gift, and that was the shift into a new state. And really nailed it. I had this massive aha moment. And I shifted into a new state. And since then, my entire body has transformed. I've had fat melt off, like a whole shopping bag full of fat. I did a video on this. Meanwhile, this past week, I've lost just over 5 more pounds. Easily, effortlessly, eating all that I want, enjoying life. No struggles, no temptations, nothing like that. And that's because I've imagined 2 things. Remember, a motor element is an imaginal experience. It's not just an emotion, it's not just a thought. So, this motor element, I imagine getting congratulations. My buddy Graham at the pool said to me, he goes, people are talking about you. Right? And it seems like every day someone gives you a compliment. Because you probably get sick of it. And I said, Graham, I imagine 2 compliments a day. I'm just having fun telling him that. But it's true. I imagine compliments daily. That implies something, doesn't it? And it's personal. I love accepting compliments. The other thing that I imagine, so when I got into the cold water pool, I found myself starting swimming. I have fallen in love with swimming. I am swimming 1 kilometer a day. And when I got into the cold water pool at first, I noticed what it was like to feel a lot lighter walking, because fat floats. And so I went, wow, let me feel that. What's it like to walk around without all that fat weighing me down? And so I imagined walking into the pool feeling that way. And my entire experience of walking has changed. So if you're getting gold, if you want to explore motor elements, first buy the Pearl, pearlpowerpack.com. That's pearlpowerpack.com. Those 3 recordings will rock your world. And if you want to get on some live recording or some live calls with us, we've got Dream Driven Day starting on Monday. That's at dreamdrivenday.com. Go there, check the countdown clock. That's how many hours, minutes, seconds till we begin. If you want to play with us, if you want to explore with us, because a lot of people think they've bought the Pearl. A lot of people think they're experiencing motor elements. And when you start getting this correct, your entire life changes. So, for now, just for a moment, I want you to imagine dancing more with us. Dancing more in your life as we go into the silence. You've been listening to the Neville Goddard podcast with Mr. 2020. I love you. And I love this stuff. And I want you to have more dance in your daily life. Dive deeper, soar higher. Leave a comment, share the show. And join us in dreamdrivenday.com. See ya.